You okay?
Hello? Sorry, yeah, no, sorry. Everything went really quiet for a bit. I wasn't sure if I was connected. Yeah, no, if everyone's
Oh,
ready, we'll start the recap and get going.
sounds good.
Awesome, awesome. Last left our companions. It was a bit of a split. Majority of you went out to find, as far as you knew, the chieftain. You're the first place you were thinking about going to look after the tower slash library was the tavern slash inn that you went and got made it through, while one of yours stayed to ask a few more questions about his own searches and the nature of the foe that he is currently looking for. For the most part, he got some information, had some interesting people, a few interesting encounters before he was eventually offered the chance to participate in a operation that'll be taking place sometime later tonight back at that tower after sunset. Then he made his way back to the group. Now, when the group arrived, they each individually took their own time to search the tavern from bottom then to the top, specifically hoping to find the chieftain and continue their original quest to offer aid in any way they can, simply for the war or great importance, and hopefully gain enough of their operation in getting a piece of the map that will to the grave of the first High King, where the seed buried, the two necessary to open the gates and enter into the heart of the island itself, as the vision that one of yours received. Now, there it is. Yeah, as you guys went in, ground floor was clear more or less, so people could go to gather drinks or purchase rooms at the inn that was not in this specific building, but the one right next to it. Then you went upstairs and you saw that this had a second, almost like a, I'm not sure what we call it, a second floor that seemed to for food. Yeah, balcony, but on the inside that had food, drink, and also companions, a few rooms on the side. You did run into one of the other members of the other team, one Mr. Brown and a woman named, let me check her name so I don't mess it up. I'd say Lily, but no, it was Lola. Messed it up. And they were there speaking. That's where you went in to inquire where the chieftain was, and you were informed that he was there about an hour before he left off. He did point you, if you wanted to go and ask him, if you wanted to try and find him, you might try your luck at the shopping district. That is where likely one of the other members, one Mr. Black, would be. In the shops, you could try there, or you could wait him out, possibly one of the other places. That was when Abe did in fact return. Conversations had, along with you figured out that the woman next to Mr. Brown was a kind of shifter. She did turn into a few of you to show her off her ability. And then you all, I believe, decided to go get rooms for the night, as you were all going to meet up. I don't know if it was going to be with Mr. Red and his group, as you had been informed that they are doing a job for the mayor, so odds are they will eventually have a meeting with him and essentially meet him that way if you didn't want to continue going around town hoping to find him. I believe that's where we left off.
The question, because I know that Shade had openly mentioned Mr. Red, and last time when I was going to ask if Aelin had heard him, I know Crystal wasn't feeling well, so she had gone off. So, I guess I'll just, does she recognize, or does that click to her when he does mention Mr. Red, the job that has been given?
that was Galen.
Does Kaylin recognize, or does it click on to her that he just mentioned the person that she's been looking for, and Shade doesn't know that. It's not like he's hiding information. I was gonna ask you that last time, but you weren't feeling well. He did. That's what I'm saying. He specifically said that.
Deal his luck.
Oh no, my dice. No. When I was asking my questions in the previous building, he happened to hear and offered me a job for the information I had. Oh, you just missed him. Yes, or tonight.
Do you plan to accept it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he seemed interesting. He seemed to know the inner workings here and have a lot of information. So, yeah, I think I'll take the job.
Mr. Red does seem to be a lot of things, and interesting certainly is one of them. Seems
Yes.
like a good way of getting information and perhaps some coin. Perhaps communication.
This is what I'm counting on. So, hopefully, the Señor Colorado can help us here.
I think maybe
Mr.
perhaps we get some rooms as maybe a good reason to do that earlier, just to make sure we still are able to get rooms. And then we can see what waits there.
I see a lot of the patrons here are staring at you three, like the merchandise. So yes, let's go get.
And then do we want to do that? I think.
So he, I don't know if you heard Shane. It said,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah,
But-
homework. Deal.
Checking with the. We do that, Tyler.
Okay. I was waiting to see, like, I don't know if it was that the end or someone else going to say something. I was like, no, yeah. You guys go downstairs to ask for rooms in the inn. How many rooms exactly? One each. Pairing up. You guys just going to cram into one? What are you guys going to do?
Well, how many beds are in each room?
Well,
Is it like
how much-
two
well-
queen beds?
You can ask.
I think she just did.
Yeah.
Oh, righty then. You see, it is in fact a tabaxi who is behind the counter. Seeing you guys all ask this question, you look wonderful, wonderful. We have an assortment, so depending on how you wish to do so, and if you wish to travel, within certain means. If a coin is issued for silver, I can get you a large with 3 beds separate. Or one, those are those reserved at the bottom. I can go those for. Large rooms with a single bed, if you wish. Those will be 7 silver. But like I said, those are for a bit more with the needs.
Well,
What is-
He's saying that we look broke.
I'd say he doesn't comment, but he does.
I mean, if one room has 3
you
beds,
see
I
whispers
can.
twitch.
If one room
Whispers
has 3
twitch.
beds and we just want to go thrifty, I can put my bedroll on the floor, no problem.
Also, Shade, what are you?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Large room, single bed, 7 silver for the high-end ones, but it goes down in scale. If you were going for, say, a 3 beds and a single, then you could go for. I was looking at you. That you guys are native and looking. Yeah, sure. If you're looking to squeeze into something with coins of a type, 3 silver, I'll get you room 3 beds, one of the matching qualities, but if you need something smaller, think about say 3 copper for a single 1 room 1 beds. That would be
You all want individual rooms? I look to kind of everybody.
does everybody want individual rooms? Do you guys want to bunk up? So you can tell him what you want, and he'll let you know it.
I'm fine
That
bunking
works.
up.
I just need a chair.
You do all of that. You're not entirely, or like other.
Yeah.
Almost
I think
all
so.
items and farming people. You haven't actually spent maybe a little bit of it. I don't think you really understood that you were spending it because you bought item. He has never
offer.
brought it up, and I don't know if she really gets that herself. She just knows that she got paid well for a job. Mr. Red, the one time you guys did actually spend something from this was that traveling merchant between villages. That one lady.
Leah spent a decent amount of her gold, but I don't think Kaylin spent anything. I think she still has, what was it, like 5,000 or something?
No, she's
6,000, right.
she spent
Holy cow.
some, but I think she also did some bartering because she bought a weapon for her familiar friend, and she also bought a couple of things from the merchant, but it wasn't all like in gold. Yeah. stuff she's found and really good persuasion rolls because you guys built them for this shit. She's a bard.
These are also
In all
ultimate- for adventurer costs. These are also like dirt cheap. Leah was gonna offer to pay, but if you're saying like Kaylin's gonna like jump in,
That'll depend on what people. Yeah, that'll depend on who jumps in to say what. When anyone bothers to ask, what's our money situation looking like, guys? And when he pulls out.
the yellow ones.
Do you guys take the gold ones? The ones that are colored gold? Gold, please. Roll me. Give me a d6. Just
Yeah. Well, I guess let's see if she gets scammed with all the hell. I mean, the rest of us are here in case that does happen, but they might try. Interesting.
Oh, fun. You are only just noticing this now. Not all these coins are the same exact. You wouldn't know this, but Leah, you notice this. Combination. Pulled one out that's 3 times the size of a normal. And 3 times the weight. This is the equivalent of trying to pull like a tenner and pulling out a 50.
I can share some things regarding those coins later if you wish, but
there's an honest look of bewilderment and confusion as just this tabaxi just finished explaining to you the prices, tried to offer you a deal, and then the little one just pulled out the equivalent of like 100.
well, she was also like the receptionist was like judging us. She was like, "You guys seem broke, don't you?"
Like no, like we have no. They weren't judging. This, just simply.
I mean, he has a point.
If you guys, if it's money's tight, things are not as flowing as it would be. We have, offers, we make deals. We're not. Let us see if we can help each other out, and then you pull out what's essentially like almost a palm-sized gold coin, and they look at that and go like, and then she looks over to the rest of you guys like, so are y'all just the broke ones, and she's the one with the. Say this out loud, but you can see it in her eyes. You guys are taking advantage of this child.
Kaylin is just change for a fortune.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah. Can you 100? Like, I know that the bill is like less than $20.
These are like, if
we do. I have to actually check something, and you actually see him fondling, like underneath the little desk. You hear the latch of the small box and the ruffling of coins. You think he's looking to check if he's got enough change to actually give you back. If you decide to get like everybody at their individual room, but he still has to give you gold.
Leah's gonna like lean over if Kaylin allows and kind of like point out, it's like, give him one of these. That should be plenty. This one, among others, we can go over this more thoroughly later, but this one
actually just says there's a very big difference. If you need, and he just looking at all you guys like suspiciously now, to tell you the difference. We have some people who I'm sure will be glad to tell you what exactly they're worth and what you should and shouldn't be using. This, and she points to the coin you're handing him, isn't what you give someone as a thank you. This is what you give someone to give you a lot of things.
This is like if
it is, and even then, that's not a lot.
Kaylin, if you're
exactly,
buying bread,
you guys,
you have stuff to pay with a bakery.
You're not. I wouldn't be buying the bakery. That'd be like, hey, let me get everything you're gonna make for the next month.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to use an exaggerated example. I was gonna say it would be like paying with a cow, but
If she starts pulling out like
here's what a
like,
cow is.
for 12 of those, then yeah, maybe she might be trying to buy a bakery.
I think Shay will look over at Shoni and just, hey, watch this. And then we'll walk up to the counter while they're talking and just, okay, 4 rooms, you here, you take this, you take this, you take this. Somehow, this is like, roll for this, I think. This is like a sleight of hand that I'm rolling. That's 18 plus 1 here. He's going to make sure that the guy, the tabaxi gets the coin that Leah had put down, but he's going to be mixing them up so much that he just pockets the giant nugget that she had until then hopefully no one notices.
Okay, what did you roll for that sleight of hand?
Leah or Kaylin? Because I don't think
Close.
Leah was going to. But yeah, I think Leah pulled out like recommended like Kaylin was equivalently of like looking through her purse. Leah like leaned over. It's like you probably want to give him this one, like point one out, not like actually grab one out.
They're all in her bag. Yeah, you have to go in her bag and pull one out. But yeah, like you pull out like, okay, give her this one, not that.
Also, are you stealing from Kaylin?
Yeah, a little bit, considering you guys handed paid him. Okay,
That's
so
he's gonna wait to see if someone noticed.
which he got, like I said, an 18 plus 1.
Payment was promised, not up front. It was never like exchanged. That's the one thing I was wondering when anyone would notice. Like the promise was made, you guys definitely gonna like say you were good for it, but like you never actually said like, may as well just do it now and like give it to him. It was always a rule for
Shall we roll
remember.
perception?
I mean that's up to you guys. You want to roll perception or use your passive?
What do you get again? Matt, you muted.
Altogether, I got a 19.
19. That's pretty good.
Well, that meets my passive perception. Does meets beats in this case, or should I roll?
No, meets beats. So even as your passive, you can tell shenanigans are going on. Let me just look at the tabaxi real quick. Dog shit does not. Oh, Jack did not see what she did, but he does know he's shooting for some rooms. That's a fucking 3. Yeah, no, he's getting the 4 rooms ready, I guess. Were you guys going for the fancy ones, the medium ones, or the dirt cheap ones? Well, he's waiting for you guys to actually say it, because he's like, you can literally see him gathering, silver and some gold that he's got to like make the change for what he assumes is the big gold. If you're going to plan on paying with it. I know, but no one said anything, so he assumes, I guess I'm breaking this fucking thing.
We're gonna do the nicer rooms, and Leah will wait for coin and change, and she will also shoot Shade of Glare as well while waiting for the change to come back.
Yeah. So that one.
I mean, you can't tell because Shane doesn't have any, he just has eye sockets, but there's definitely side eye when you're staring at him.
Okay. So you get 4 keys. No, they're on the 3rd floor. We each get one. They each have a little design. These ones specifically is a flower, a leaf, bird, and a cloud. And then you. exactly. And then you're handed 3 wrapped up satchels. These are for you. It's what you get back. What you when you give something that's big and you get something that's not the same, and he's trying like to explain this to you like you would a child. Like you give something and you're not getting back what's equal. You need to get back what's owed. Okay. Kind of like a gift, but more like what's left over.
Do you know scales of how people use them to weigh things, make sure that they weigh the same? These coins,
Yeah, and he just
represent.
quick example. He does again pull out like the silver, gold, copper. Because you know how these 3. He just points to 3 of them. You need 10 of these to make one of these. 10 of these to make one of these. Yes.
They represent a certain amount of value, and the idea is that at the end of the transaction, everybody has the same amount of value, but it's swapped hands of what represents that value. So the rooms cost 7 silver, and so if you give something that represents a greater amount, you get the difference back. We may need to go over this more later to make this easier.
Galen, microeconomics on the spot.
General for microeconomics.
He's trying as best to explain to her that you just gave me something that's worth a lot. And I'm not giving you back what it's worth, so you need to get back what was owed.
I'm also going to use the hearing of message to message Shade, so we'll talk about that later. You're not off the hook fully. You ain't slick.
I have no idea if she's saying this like to her ear or to her ring. Sure. There's have time. Sometime later tomorrow or the day, there is a class, smaller children usually, that could explain this just a whole lot better. If you're interested.
Just gonna stay with some kids and learn mathematics.
This village specifically would teach you guys that would literally be teaching their kids. Okay, aside from everything they normally teach native-wise, you got to deal with these like not islanders. You can't let them fool you. They will try. Don't be fooled for a second. They will try. You got to learn to hustle. But yeah, you now have rooms. You just cheated this tabaxi out of a massive amount of coin. And, yeah.
We got what key again? I'm blanking, and I assume I should probably note that down later. Reference.
You got the bird. Jade got the cloud. Shoni, I believe, got the flower. And, Kaylin, you got the leaf. Alright, what do you guys do? You've got rooms now. You have been, and he did let you know that this is paid through in for the week. Whether you say it or not, this is basically... He said he'd give you the week because he didn't have enough change. Make it just a day. Roll a perception check.
Noodle
All
guys.
team.
Scratch or something.
No, you do not see Noodle outside in the rose bushes. Cool. Where are you going? You know where some stuff is. You were given. I don't know. Did Jade gave you guys the map, right, or did he not share that? Yeah. So you more or less know where most of the important stuff is. The rest of the just normal houses you live in. But yeah, you're free to go looking around town for Base Noodle if you wish. What about the rest of you? Anything are going to be doing now that you see that Galen was going next door to the actual inn and the rooms, and then takes kind of a left turn.
Well, we kind of did want to find the chief, but we have to go out in the woods, potentially?
No, it's. I think we're waiting for. I think what
Or
we were
just
doing
waiting.
is we were just
Wait for
go back to the tower.
Yeah. You're either waiting out until nightfall when sunset when he goes to meet Mr. Redstein at the tower for a job he's getting, or if you want to try to meet him sooner and try to keep looking around town, hopefully you find him.
Right.
I think I also, Leo would want to, at some point, pull Shade to the side to discuss what happened.
Decide on when, how, and where you'd like to do it. If you'd like, we're gonna follow you up for a bit first to see where your little search goes. Search for Noodle, as it were. And we're gonna jump back to these guys. So where are you going? Up front first? No, teleporting. Multiple exits, you're fine. You could down there at the path or to the side. You know that right here, this is the inn, so this is the building you'll be staying in to sleep when you guys will use the room. Other than that, the rest of it is Okay, so questions will be more an investigation. Like a lost dog, just going through the woods, just circling slowly the village, as it were. Yeah, go ahead and roll me that investigation. 9. You're looking. You're calling. And, it's not in a hurry. You don't think he's, in trouble or anything. You think he's wandered off. He's gone to explore. You get that. You know what that's like. Good place. Yeah. And hey, now you get to go and explore too. You get to go and find him and explore too, and then when you find him again, you can guys go back to the inn. As soon as the sun goes down, you know where Mr. Red's gonna be, so.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
Alright, I'm gonna say you spend the next half hour looking through the town for Noodle. Roll me one more investigation check. See if he hears. Yeah. So after that half hour turned into roughly 45 minutes, you do eventually find some track that you recognize as someone that just, walks and runs. Doesn't really follow the path, so to speak, but just kind of just walks through it. You noticed it when you were around, was it like here? Yeah, it led back this way through the water over here. But if you followed it back the other way, it eventually followed you, and this is the area it disappears in. And you see the signs, and you're well aware of that up top would be the goods and herbalism shop, and then lower to the south of here would be the weapons and armor shop. Which, if you're going to go in and ask, or just keep calling them out, or how you like to continue the search? All right, as soon as you go in there, you do in fact see a couple people. Some familiar people, actually, oddly. First off, Mr. Black. Second, and this one takes you a little bit more to remember, but you do remember seeing them before, Zelda. This was the traveling merchant that sold you the stuff. You guys put some of the weapons and cool armor stuff you got. And you see her currently feeding something, and you see it's Noodle. It would have been so depressing if you went to the other one. And yeah. And you see is Zelda, because it takes her a second, but you do the look of recognition does eventually hit her face, but not as immediately as it does Mr. Black, who does that like owl wide-eyed hoot thing when he just sees you. Numbers. Oh. And he just starts almost like trying to hoot, but he stops himself. You were from the job with the tree. I remember that. Yes. Little one. You had your friends with you, the other two. Unfortunate. Yes. How do I do? How interesting. You 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 say you found this new companion. Where exactly is he a native of the island? Something a bit more unique. That's oh, hmm, that's remarkable. Yes, that's very remarkable. Oh, hmm. Zelda, the creature seemed to be responding well to you with what you said you were feeding it. And you do see Zelda that she is finally cleaning her hands, as you do see that Noodle has some odd, almost like violet purple substance on his face, almost like jam, like he's been eating something. And you do notice her cleaning her hands. Yes, not something like this exactly, but I've seen creatures of this type before. They tend to be herbivores. And I did have a few good berries. Damn it, I saw that. Creatures of the forest. Do you describe them, if you wouldn't mind? You can see the color slowly draining from her face, and like the plumage of Mr. Black slowly puff up as they're both just looking back at you, trying to think of what to ask first, but eventually Mr. Black does spit it out first. Did they say anything? Did they ask for anything? What did you say if they asked anything? And you can actually see him like grabbing his holy symbol, and he's starting to like slowly mutter something. What chieftain was this exactly? This Kaden, I believe you said it was. You can see this is a Zelda, and she's looking very pale. This, do that. She's now almost like kneeling down because she is a fair bit taller than you. This was Mev. That was Mev. And you said you helped her with regarding her? Was she ill, or was she in the middle of doing something? Were you helping her? Right. Right. And you can see them going back and forth. And a quick. This would be normally a quick Arcanum, Arcanum, or Nature check. Four. For which one? Kana. You could see both of them did do something really quick. Mr. Black was very obvious at his holy symbol where he muttered something. You could see that when Merelda was essentially asking you about this, she was also make it obvious, but she was like also examining slowly, looking at you like looking for something, not entirely sure what. And she kept looking back at her own. And they had a few bracelets with a few interwoven raw uncut gemstones, and kept looking back like she was expecting one of them to pulse or do something. So far, nothing. And then Mr. Black does finally finish it, and then he looks at you and he almost looks like he's really... But the tension is still there. Then he does eventually just give Esmeralda a shake of his head. She also seems to breathe a sigh of relief before she just says, well, that's wonderful that you helped her. And you say she's here now, yes? Wonderful, dear, that's wonderful. Well, welcome to my shop. I see you're here for your friend Noodle, was it? That's great. And you're acquainted with Mr. Black. That's wonderful. Are you also part of Mr. Sorry, he no longer likes being called Mr. Red and on duty, as it were. Are you part of his group? From your other friend? Huh. How interesting. And he does give Mr. Black an odd look, and Mr. Black also just gives him a puzzle. Like this is the first he's hearing of it. That's great. Great. Working with him is always interesting tale. But welcome to my shop here if you need any supplies, or if you do end up going with him on this errand of his. Here is where you can find certain supplies, things you think you might need. I dabble in a bit of everything, except the weapons and proper armor that be my gracious neighbors. Don't mind their conversations if they seem unkind to each other. That's just the way they show affection. And just leave a lot of that. We have a variety of such things here, and you can see the side that you entered from is very much the herbalist side, and like the other side more to the back, that looks more like your like classic general like dollar store, and this side has like the different herbs, plants. This looks like an actual herbalism shop, mixed with just a tad of alchemy in the mix.
Heck yeah.
But yes, your friends more than welcome to come and use my wares if they wish. Where are they? Oh, that's wonderful. I'm sure they. It'd be nice to catch up with them if they choose to We're going to put a pin in that and go back. What have you guys been doing for this roughly 45 minutes? As Kaylin has now found Noodle, found Mr. Black, found unexpectedly old acquaintance, merchant, and Noodle. The rest of you guys back at the inn who now have your keys. One of you was hoping to have a conversation with the other about some. Is it slippery hands or sticky hands? I don't know. Something hands. But you saw that your companion was making a beeline for the room you just rented out, and instead decided to go explore the town. What do you guys do?
Just gonna settle into the room at the inn. Sorry, go ahead.
If you want to go first, and then Shade and I can go later, I suppose, yeah.
Or you guys
might
can
just
do
be
first, it's not a big deal.
There's also muted sound, I'll be AFK.
Here. No, go ahead.
You would pull him off to the side, probably actually says like, we can have this conversation here, though if you want privacy, we can also go to one of the rooms, have this conversation.
He'll just be like, here's fine.
Okay, what the fuck?
Quick point of reference. Are you guys having this argument conversation in front of the guy who just sold you the room key? Are you guys stepping further into the tavern or out of the tavern?
I'd at least pull him to the side, if not like outside the tavern.
Okay, just making sure.
I assume we probably all head off outside. Kaylin running off to go and search for Noodle, Nishoni either going to the room or somewhere else, and then we probably like off to the side, somewhere near the entrance.
Okay.
So why the sticky fingers?
Oh, and then he'll pull out the large gold coin and just kind of in between through his fingers. Because you forgot to mention any detail of the job or how much money you actually had. That woman pulled out what could only be described as a sacrilegious amount of money. The whole fish deal with the river. And then I saved one of your people. I don't even know you guys for like a day and a half.
But typically, if people wish, the general procedure, not that everybody sticks with it. If you want to continue working with somebody, you ask for a reward instead of sneaking it. Just to double check, what is, like, how large of a sum is that coin representing? I assume I recognize.
Oh yeah, no, that's full 10 gold pieces, and because that's why the Tabaxi handed them 2 large sacks of coin, because these guys deal in coppers and silvers. Gold is reserved for when you're doing something big, and here at the tavern, unless you're buying everybody around for the day, gold's likely not to.
Yeah, not to come up all that often. It's all the change. So you said 10 gold? Just to double check, because I want to make sure I heard that properly. Okay.
That large coin will be worth 10 gold. There's a larger one that's essentially a higher denomination of the.
Yeah.
That's essentially the size of a masapan. That's a big, thick piece of gold.
If you wish to get a reward. I can understand that, though, again, general procedure would be to ask such things. And, as you said, you only know us shortly, but you do not have to continue traveling with us. It sounds like you do have urgent matters of your own. We are not searching out this person you're looking for, so if it is faster, I'm sure you can find information about him here. More information, I'm sure. It doesn't bode well in my eyes, taking like that. So I'll offer. You can keep it if you wish. Give it back to Kaylin, say she dropped it and you're returning it to her. I will give you triple. And then it is your choice on whether you wish to stay or leave. But that is the deal that I will give you. If you wish for a reward, you can ask for it. So I'll add, we didn't get paid to fight all those fishy... You can see she's probably about to say freaks, but then she says folks. Whatever that deal was on the river. This has been a strange journey for us all, I'd say.
I see what you mean. And if we are talking about traditional business practices, usually I'd be paid by now, but we haven't been. And the original job was to help you guard that woman, which I have. Once again, no money was exchanged.
And once again, you do not need to travel with us. And again, also, I could have sworn that we did pay him, like, shortly after meeting him.
I thought so too, or at least paid some.
Yeah, I thought we did pay him something, so are you sure?
You paid him something, but you didn't pay him everything, because he had said half up front, and then the other half afterwards. And the job was also just to take care of that lady, the chieftain, I believe.
And like I said, you do not need to follow after us.
Well, considering he didn't get the other half, yeah, he does.
And what do we owe you?
And he said, like, we'll call it square with this coin.
And like I said, I'll give you triple if you tell her you dropped it. She dropped it, and you're returning it to her.
Do you speak for everyone in this group?
I speak for myself and my coin.
Well, good thing that this isn't your coin. This is hers.
Alright then.
Now, I understand where you're coming from, and I respect the fact that you are coming to me with these concerns, because this is about, the principles. That makes sense, right? However,
just don't take kindly to those who take advantage of somebody's naivety and kindness.
Yes. Well, no offense to you, but you did hire me without knowing anything about me at all whatsoever. At all.
Like you said, we just requested assistance with the helping of the chieftain in the previous village.
Yes, and now you've learned an extraordinary lesson.
And what now will you do, I think?
Now I have taken the job with Mr. Red, who has also told me and promised me to pay him handsomely. Pay me handsomely? Oh, by the way, if he doesn't, I will also be following.
Good on you then.
As far as us parting ways, if you would like to part ways now, that's perfectly fine. I am still looking for my person, but I was following you for you to pay me my other half, and now my other half is paid.
if we end up working together on this job for Mr. Red, then we will see. I do wish you luck, and we will see where things take us. I will be keeping an eye on you, and I'm sure you will be keeping an eye on us.
Of course, I do have one question for you. I will leave the group as the job is done.
I do not ask that you leave the group, I ask what you will do. If you wish to
Oh.
leave the group, that is up to you. I just ask you do not take advantage of people in our group. I ask if you wish for something, ask for it. If you wish to leave the group with Mr. Red, that is your choice. We've had a very hectic last few days, as you are well aware. You have pointed out yourself.
How about we come to this agreement? If you promise something to me and I promise something in return, everything will be given up front to avoid any more misunderstanding. But if we decide to walk in the same direction on the same path, we will not get to each other again.
I actually, before our response, I'm gonna roll an insight check.
He's got a really good poker face.
I have a face. But he does have a voice. That is a 21. Matt, if you are saying something, you are muted. Yes.
You can tell that he's being genuine. Like he's not trying to mess with you. That this is nearly all just. So, yeah.
All right then. Then we will see each other on the path, I'm sure.
And then he'll take his hand, the glove off his hand, and you'll see his skeleton hand as he'll put his hand out to shake it.
Being somewhat wary, she will, though, extend a hand to shake his as well. But giving him a bit of a glare, as I'm sure there's a decent chance that he's giving her as much of one as he can.
And then when you grab onto his hand, he'll pull you in close, non-threateningly, but pull you in close and say, "Your naive friend is going to get you in trouble. Ask her about the red card she got." Before he lets go and then goes back into the inn to check his room.
We got bitch time.
Yeah, he will, or she will, watch as he kind of walks towards the, housing area and just kind of wait a moment and I forget if she has any cigarettes on her or anything of that sort, but if she doesn't have one, she's thinking of getting one.
Like, as soon as he gets back, he's like, guys, I found a really cool place. You know that lady that sold us a bunch of freaky ass, like, weapons and items and stuff?
Leah will wait a few minutes and then she'll go and follow after and check on her own room. See what awaits her there and burn a little time while we wait for evening.
Well, you guys are happy to know that because you guys got these higher-end suites, all themed based on the on your coin. So, calm thunderstorms, cloudy days, Mr. Shade, the bird motif goes a bit for you. Yeah. And Michelle, me, I believe you got the yes, you got the flower and giving that the leaf. So yours is that decoration of like a meadow in spring.
Ooh, nice.
And when, assuming nothing.
Oh, sorry, you're breaking up.
What's happening?
Yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad.
So sorry.
Caitlin will eventually find her room is
Hey, can you roll that? Because you were breaking up.
Oh, nope.
You're still roboting. Sorry.
What was the last thing you guys heard? Nope. Oh, what was the last thing you guys heard?
That
you were talking about the rooms?
Was decorated in like a meadow style. That's the last thing I heard, clearly.
Yeah, this is not great.
Oh, you're still roboting.
Any better?
For the moment.
It comes and goes.
Technical difficulties. How are you guys doing?
Hello, can you guys hear me? Testing, 1, 2.
Yeah, there we go.
Good for now, yeah.
We're back. Great. We lost there for a second. Last thing I said, what did you guys hear? Besides the cursing at this technical difficulties.
You were talking about how the rooms were themed.
Sorry, and yeah, yours, when you get there, it'll be fall and autumn themed with the... Yeah, you guys also notice that you guys have your own working baths and washrooms in these rooms because you guys have fancy ones, so think pretty decent middle to high-end hotel suite for the time. There's also complimentary bit of food, fresh fruit and whatnot. And oddly enough, and this is something, Leah, you would be more familiar with the other two. They actually have a small, I'm trying to remember what they're called, the music players, the ones that have those big discs, like the old school ones. Play records.
Player? Oh.
Gramophone?
Yeah, there it is. There are actual gramophones in these rooms. So it's like a small instructional thing on the side that tells you what they are, how they work,
How to operate.
and how to play them. Yep.
Alright. Nice. Should, I think, spend a little bit of time just kind of decompressing in the room. Should also go and search her coin pouch and see if she has one of those larger coins, similar to the one that Kaylin had pulled out and gotten stolen.
You do. You actually.
Right? Like, you snooze, you lose.
What was that, Matt?
You cut out for us, buddy.
And for when you reach into your bag, there's a note from Shay that says, "Snooze, you lose, bitch."
I don't believe there is.
I'm just messing with you, no, I don't.
I would love it if you actually did put that note in there. You didn't steal anything, but you left that note just in case. No, but yeah, you do find a few of those coins, larger ones, as well as a few of the even larger fist-sized ones that you know are worth far more. With filigree, only 5. 5 of the ones that are worth 50 gold, and another 5 that are worth 100.
She'll set one of the 10 gold ones aside for later, so it's easily accessible. I think she'd try listening to some of the music, sampling some of what might be there. But also, I think we need to check in with Michelle.
All right, and we can pin it there for now and go check on Nishoni. What have you been doing for these last roughly 45 minutes?
Probably settling into the room, unpacking her stuff, then coming out to hopefully reconvene with everybody else. But it sounds like Shade is walking away.
All right, how long do you think you take to settle all your stuff out? Do you return back to the tavern, or where did you guys decide on where you're gonna meet up? Or
Shade just went to his room. He's not like walking away from you guys. He just went to his room to like check his room.
Okay, I thought you were leaving us. Okay.
No.
yeah, no, he's walking into that sunset. He's on his horse. He's walking towards that sunset, and he's literally stepping into it.
No, I mean, he's still looking for the person, so he just went in there. His point was, are you speaking for everyone? Do you want me to leave? But, that was already...
It's your choice. Leah's just has a grievance from you stealing from the party.
No, I know, and that's why I said we cleared that up.
Yeah.
I was waiting to see, because you were hired for a job, and I was assuming that at some point someone was going to say, you work really well with us, you want to keep this going on a regular thing, what would you need to make that happen, like monthly kind of stipend thing, or work something else out? But no, they never paid you, and you just kept waiting.
Yep. And here's the thing, like, I know they paid me half up front, because that was the deal. But then...
Also, not at the forefront of our minds, so you might need to remind us of that.
Well, I think that's the thing. He's like, hey, boss, I shouldn't have to remind you to pay your employees. This is Shade's thinking. He is a freelance, so. And his point was, you're calling her naive, but y'all are a skeleton man that's no knowledge of what he does. So, what are we doing?
Want to be in the party or not?
If you're gonna ask that, ask that. Oh, just
like,
do it.
And he's just going to be like, hey, can I join your party? You guys are the ones that hired him. You guys are the ones that forgot to pay him the other half. Mind, he's like,
I know it's that you guys aren't broke. It's that you guys just forget that I'm like
you guys
on
forget
contract.
That, you guys forget that I'm hired help and I have a gun. Like this could have also gone really bad. Like I get it. Stealing.
Why are you threatening us?
This is also of the fact that you try to like settle this softly, but then not realize this is more of a conversation that probably should happen with everyone. And this is honestly my working theory is either through eavesdropping or random luck. We'll call it. Kalen's gonna find out that reason he stays is because they give him gold. So she just said, "Well, if I just keep giving you this gold every few days, you can just stay." And she's just unknowingly gonna essentially hire him. That's what I'm assuming is gonna happen because he now knows that she's loaded. And when someone, I assume, either directly explains that, like that he works via contract, or that she overhears that, she's like, you just have to give him some of the shiny stuff every, few weeks, and he's good. That sounds like a good deal. Yeah. Like how much? And she just pulls out like a handful of gold. How many days did this get me? And that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Okay.
Because you gotta understand.
He never steals from you guys. But anyways, we were on what Michelle was.
Yes. You guys are all in your rooms. These are pretty nice rooms. There's water, there's some food. Nice bedding, feels soft. You can tell these stuff was imported. Not the royalty, the best of drugs to get, but this is way more than you've had since you've been, traveling back and forth via the countryside and in the different other villages. This is most definitely more comfortable. So enjoy that. Nice plush armchairs, tables, maps, paintings. There's a picture of a bowl of fruit, and you're not entirely sure why, but there's a bowl of fruit underneath it.
They like to show off they can afford not just a bowl of fruit, but a picture of a bowl of fruit.
Which is a flex all on its own.
Wow. Indeed.
And the thing is, the fruit and the picture match perfectly. So someone put some work in it.
Heck yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, Nashoni's was just settling into her room and then gonna step out of her room to go see if she can meet up with you guys again, or some of you guys, if anybody else was nearby and still in the inn. If not, then I will start just combing the town, looking at the tavern again to find you guys.
I think Leah'd probably head back into the inn proper to get a drink, or 2 or 3.
Good drink, impress. Careful though, if the people see you get in there like to get shit-faced. That's either when the scammers or some of the upstairs workers might ask you if you need to relax.
I think she'd start with one, kind of see where, because either we're gonna reconvene at the tower or we're gonna reconvene at the bar, probably most likely. So see if anybody joins there.
Depends what does it first. Yeah, if you're there drinking, you drinking heavily, you just drinking to just drink. Like, how strong of a drink are you asking for? They've got a variety, you notice. Harder liquors and spirits. They've got wine, but they've also got the softer ales, usually honey or something. Mixed drink that seems to combine.
I think
That seems
Leah
to have like
goes
a
for the hard
bitter
stuff.
taste. So first, you got it.
Not
Silver,
drinking,
you got a bottle.
drinking super hard, but she is going for the harder stuff.
Yeah, you got a choice. They've got a few different spirits. Something called gin, something called vodka, whiskey, tequila. Half of these you don't know.
You said silver for a bottle?
Silver for a bottle.
Yeah, she'll just get the bottle.
Yeah, so for a bottle, they'll let you rent the glass free.
Aha!
do I get to take it with me when I leave, or?
It is a rental, and they specifically say we need that back.
I have a feeling that probably has been misinterpreted sometimes.
We run out of those. You know how hard it is to get shot glasses out here? Glass is
hard.
still free. It's not common around this. It's all imported. All those glass blowers and people who do this stuff are. And for some reason, people are too oh, they didn't look like if you're drinking out of like a wooden shot glass. It's the same thing. And you can see this bartender starting to rant, like he's had this conversation and argument of why we can't just use normal cups that are carved or made out of cheaper materials. No, they have to be glass because they look good. But yeah, that is Leah, where you are right now. Is there anything else you're going to be doing time, or is this where you're at? So I think the group reassembles more or less. All right. Nishoni, did you say you were going to stay in the room, or are you going to go out eventually, or what were you going to do?
I said I was going to go out of the room and see if anybody else of the party was still in the tavern or had returned to the tavern.
Then yeah, you would find Leah drinking.
Woohoo!
Actually, I might exit when she does, because he was just checking the room.
Okay.
Or, like, he just always checks where he's going to be sleeping, just in case there's anything there, or anyone hiding, so paranoid. But, yeah, it doesn't take too long, so he'd probably, like, step out, like, hey, what a coincidence.
Well, hello.
You're all on the third floor. Probably, yeah. There's only about 10 rooms on the top floor, and you guys got 4.
Very good. Well, hello, Shade.
He'll just tip his head,
Are you finding your room to be comfortable?
He'll like slightly open the door and you'll hear like thunderous raining. It's the theme.
Well, I hope it's comfortable at least. Would you care to join everyone in the tavern?
Sure, lead the way. And as you start walking, he'll light another one of his cigarillos, very bitter smelling.
It's good to have you with us, Shade. I hope that we can stay on top of our mission here and, well, we'll see how everything ends up.
Yes, I do believe our paths are still intersecting, so hopefully only good fortune will be at the end here.
Absolutely.
Though I will say, your 2 friends, well, one of them's got some control issues, and the other one has no control at all. So they're quite a combo. Quite the combo.
Well, I'd say they're both kind at least, and well-meaning.
Well, you would know better than I, Samira.
Yes, I suppose I would, by a little bit. But not much, really.
He'll put the cigar in his mouth, kind of just holding it there with his teeth, and put an arm around you, and just, Can you explain to me how you came by Mr. Red? And he just happened that as you guys are walking to the.
Oh, well, I am not very well acquainted with him personally, but I've made a habit of sneaking out of my village to observe the settlers and try to find a peaceful solution to our conflict, but that has been fruitless thus far. But on one such night when I went out to observe, that is when I ran into these fine people, and several more who are not traveling with us, including Mr. Red.
Yes. I mean, I'm sorry about your predicament. But it may be no surprise, I do think peace is overrated. After all, they make an entire living off of conflict.
It's not overrated, I think, but I do think it is more difficult than any of us give it credit for.
Well, the search for peace is still a commendable one, if I may say so. But your friends, they seem, well, like you said, they seem to want to do the best for the people around them, and it's good and fine. But the small one, the young one, and he's talking about
Kaylin.
Some adult guidance might be in order. She seems to just. Are you familiar with the phrase stream of consciousness?
And I would combat that with, have you heard of the phrase, or the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink? I think that may be the way for Kaylin. I think she would drown herself in the puddle if we tried to give her water, metaphorically speaking. Or she would try to empty the puddle a teaspoon at a time, or some other such bizarre way of approaching a puddle in any other way but to drink from it.
Well, I guess you know your friend best, but I only hope that her curiosities don't lead you astray.
We'll try not to let them do that.
For the time being, though, she does seem quite the benefactor to your team.
Yes, unless it comes to the watch.
Oh, no, that one you can't. That woman couldn't bird watch with binoculars. Yes, now I know.
Yes. So have we made it back to the tavern?
You have, yeah. And you do see, you're looking, were you in the, did you go to the first floor or the second floor?
I think we've just entered maybe the ground floor.
If you're asking about are you asking about Lear then?
Yeah, no,
Leah's gonna stay on the first floor, partially because she doesn't really care to be up on the second floor, and also so that she can, see when her party member comes in and they can see her.
Denzo. All right, yeah, and you see her on the ground floor, along with everybody else. There's a decent crowd, like usual. You can see that it's starting to pick up just a little bit.
Leave off here, or do we want to keep going?
How's everybody doing?
I do need to take out the doggos.
All right then. With this, we'll probably leave off here and probably start next week with what Karen is probably going to do. I don't know if she's gonna stay a bit longer over at the shops or come join you guys here. It's good.
And I totally forgot to tell you guys, I don't know if I'll be able to join on Wednesday. Matthew and I are taking a bunch of our nieces and nephews to go see the Mario movie, and that starts at 8. And so I can't imagine that we'd be back in time, unfortunately.
No, that's no problem, man. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
We'll do else, or I'll take some more time because I am still typing up stuff for you guys.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. One last thing I forgot to tell you guys. One of the fanfic things that I've been reading was Star Wars. They just came up with a really cool Sith. I don't know if it's called Oath or Code or whatever, and I'm totally stealing it for my next paladin.
Ooh.
What do you guys think? So here's what it goes by. Essentially, peace is a lie. There is only truth. Through truth, I understand my passion. Understanding, I gain clarity. Through clarity, I gain power. Through power, I shape my chain. Through will, I choose to break them.
Ooh.
That sounds cool.
I like that. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I'm stealing that one.
Yeah.
It sounds.
It's not
Yeah, I looked it up. It is different than the Sith code, but yeah, no, that is good swap.
Sounds like some sick 80s like hair metal band lyrics, like something Whitesnake would sing.
Yeah, it's going off of an alternative, like, this is a Splinter Cell of the Sith. This is old Republic stuff, back when Bane was doing his thing. This is some others that said we're going to do our thing. I like it.
Very nice. Yeah, I mean that, and I hope you guys have fun, Heidi. Let me know how that goes. I also want to take Rachel to go see that movie.
Nice.
But
Yeah, I forgot my brother saying they want to see that one, and there's another one coming in next few months that because it's going to be on my brother's birthday. The new scary movie.
Nice.
Mm.
I'm really excited because Matthew, he was able to get the Yoshi popcorn bucket, and it's really cute.
Nice.
Oh, cute. That's adorable.
Yeah.
Wait, does it hold a lot of popcorn?
Yeah, well, it's hollow, like Yoshi's body plus the egg he's holding, so I don't think you'd want to put popcorn in it unless you, put it in a plastic baggie and then shoved it in there. To sort of
Fair.
line it, because I don't know how you clean it.
Maybe like a plastic bag or something, just because sometimes it falls through or leaks, or I don't know the
Exactly.
design.
Especially if you put extra butter or
Yeah,
cheese or
you gotta have butter.
But it could hold wrapped candy or something.
so
Yes.
good. It's adorable, and everyone loves Yoshi.
Mhm.
This is true. Yoshi is
Oh, and one last bit of good news here. So we did set a date for Rachel's permanent